Well, sad to say, this is our 30-foot cornfield. As you can tell, we've had some sides come off. Sides are missing. We've got some down here that have rotted and are just laying over here on the side. But I'm not going to rebuild this year. What I'm going to attempt to do is till these beds. Then we got a giant ant mound right here I've got to do something with, but I'm going to till these beds, add compost and topsoil to the top of it, and we're going to plant our corn. We're going to do what they call the three sisters. We're going to wrap corn, or plant corn, and then also plant purple hull peas to hopefully vine up them and hold them together. And we're also going to be planting pumpkins down through the middle of it as well. So we'll have that on the ground while everything else is growing up. We've got our mighty little Honda Mantis tiller out here, and I'm going to get to work on it. Let's see what happens. Ralph Man's Outdoors. We've got most of the garden already planted. This is the last thing we're lacking. So I need to get to work on it so Susan can plant. But let's give it a whirl. Well, I raked this out, and this one looks a lot better. But man, it's got a lot of hard red clay underneath it. So that's why we're going to come back and put compost, topsoil, and some peat moss in here, and hopefully that's going to be enough to get us some corn growing. Well, this end piece is now tilled up, but sometimes you got to be careful when you're buying dirt from other people. Look at that big old rock that was in the bottom of it. We bought the dirt, had it delivered, had it put in here, but this is basically what our ground grows. We also have some smaller rocks in here as well, but we've got it tilled up. I'm going to level it out with the rake, and then we'll add the compost, potting mix, and peat to it so we can get it planted. I've got a ant bed I've still got to do something with right there. Susan has treated it, and it looks like they're all trying to move, but they're still there and active right now. This is how we're going to amend this cornfield. We've got topsoil and black cow compost alternating, and we're going to be mixing peat moss in the middle. I'm going to dump it down the middle, and then I'm going to take the rake and we're going to mix it all together and make this plantable. We've dumped the peat in and around. We've emptied out the topsoil and the compost. Let's get her mixed up. don't know about you, but that looks a heck of a lot better than what it did. Now we've got some dirt hopefully we can plant in. Good thing is, corn's not real picky about its dirt. So we're going to plant this with the corn, the purple hull peas I told you about, as well as the pumpkins. Now I've just got to get 2 more beds done. We finally got the cornfield tilled, amended with peat moss, topsoil, and black cow manure, and now we are ready to get it planted. We've got 9 pumpkins that Susan started in soil blocks, and then they went to the garden. As you can see, they're already blooming. They need to be in the ground, so we've got 9 of these. We're gonna put 3 in each bed in the center. Then we're gonna be planting corn. We've got some hybrid sweet corn. This is peaches and cream. We've been using this for the last couple of years. We also have some really cheap 10-cent sweet corn. Don't know how many are in those packs. And then we're also going to be interspersing some purple hull pinkies. So these are from Baker Creek heirloom seeds. We're going to be planting that. That is what is called the 3 sisters. You've got your corn, you've got your peas that are purple hull peas that are going to grow up and tie it all together, and then you've got your pumpkins running along the bottom helping provide nitrogen. So let's get started. We're going to add in a little organic biotone starter plant food when we dig our holes for the pumpkins. May sprinkle a little bit in with the others. I'm going to be using an old rake handle, and I'm going to draw some rows with this, and I'm actually going to be planting in alternate spots down each row. I'm going to be planting corn, then pea, then corn, then pea, and on the next row it will be exactly the opposite. So the hope is, as the corn comes up, the peas come up, both of them take 7 to 10 days to germinate. As they start growing, they should intertwine the peas around the corn, and then we'll have the pumpkins in the middle that are going to be adding more nitrogen. Then hopefully, as the wind blows, because you see that our bed is only 5 foot, we've had problems in the past. We've gotten corn, but in the past we've had some problems with strong winds blowing the corn over to the side. Good rain comes, sunshine, they stand back up, but it does affect the harvest. So hopefully this is going to make things better. We'll keep you posted. We've got our corn. This is peaches and cream. We've got our purple hull peas. We're going to be alternating those about every 4 to 6 inches throughout the garden. So let's get it planted. Ralph Man's Outdoors. We've got the peas, the corn, and the pumpkins all planted. 30-foot bed, 5 foot wide. I'm going to water it down, and we'll be waiting on growth.